Bullshit.
It's the No Bullshit Marketing Show, where we cut through the noise, bust the myths, and tell it like it is when it comes to real marketing. I'm Dave Mastovich, and you know what drives me crazy? People who think that marketing is just advertising, promotions, or social media posting. Those are small pieces in the overall marketing puzzle. Today, we're going to break down no bullshit marketing opportunity number one. And if you think that marketing is just about getting the word out, today's episode is going to shake things up. I want to start off with a story because storytelling is a big part of marketing. When I was in college, I got introduced to Philip Kotler, the legend, the father of marketing. And he laid out the framework for marketing and how significant the 4 P's of marketing were. Product, makes sense. You got to have a product people want. Price it where they'll buy. Place, which is placement, distribution, how you get it to them. And promotion. But then real life hit. As heavyweight boxing champion Mike Tyson famously said, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. Well, let me tell you, I got punched in the mouth plenty of times, figuratively, and one time almost literally in my early career. I was doing turnarounds of hospitals and driving change at radio stations and small and medium-sized family businesses. That's when I realized that marketing isn't just theory. It's about real-world applicability. Because business owners weren't saying, Dave, tell me about the 4 Ps. No, they were saying, Dave, customers aren't coming in the door. Sales are down. We need answers. We need solutions. We need to fix this. So I had to adjust. And I took what I had learned from Philip Kotler and adjusted that based on what I knew worked on a day-to-day basis and what I knew had worked in the past recent successes. That's when I developed my own definition of marketing. And that is the no bullshit marketing definition. It is marketing is about finding out what your customers want and then developing it or tweaking it so that you can give it to them when and where they want it at a price they're willing to pay. Then, and only then, do you tell them about it again and again. But guess what? Most companies focus primarily on that last part, telling people about it again and again. That's not marketing. That's just noise. And it leads to the biggest marketing mistake that companies make. The biggest marketing mistake that companies make is that they sell what they want to sell to customers instead of what those customers really want and really need. You might be shaking your head and thinking, what? Why would a company not sell what the customers really want and need? It's not that they intentionally do that. It's just how they've got to the point that they're at right now. Let's go back in time and look at what happens and has happened for decades, if not 50, 60, 70 years, and continues to happen today. When a company starts, particularly a company that's a business selling to other businesses, B2B, when that company starts, they tend to start with one big customer. They found a way to show this customer that, hey, I can do this for you differently than it's being done for you now. They go and they begin to do that product or service. And that customer gets happy. That client is happy. And then a second or third client comes in. And what ends up happening now is that company and hundreds of thousands of companies decide to find the way to offer and complete this product or service for that and other customers as quickly as possible and in the least expensive way possible. And that makes sense. Who wouldn't do that? You have a business, you've got customers, you want to find a way to be efficient and effective and get that product produced, that service produced and offered as quickly as possible, as inexpensively as possible. This is called working to achieve scale. It's called scalability. It's called increasing scale. And that word scale comes into play. And what it does is that company gets better and better at producing that product at a lower cost, and they're able to make a better margin. They're able to then expand their sales force, they enhance their operations, get better equipment. All's great, right? Yes. But what that leads to is they're now creating that product or service that they want to sell, and they're creating it in a vacuum. And it also leads them to believe and assume that they know what their audience wants, when in reality, the audience continually changes. The customer's taste, wants, and needs change, but we're now producing at scale, so it becomes harder and harder to accept that, wait a minute, we've got all this stuff producing at scale and we got to shift because you have to change what you're producing and what you're selling because the customer's mindset has changed. The customer's wants and needs have changed. Instead, real marketing starts with listening. I would argue that real marketing starts with listening. It continues with listening. In the middle of the road, it's listening. At the end, it's listening. Anything you do with marketing is about listening, observing, watching, reading, and understanding the trends that are going in the marketplace. So marketing is about understanding who your right fit target audiences are, finding out what they want, think, feel, and need, and how do they want it delivered. Then you can build your offering around that, and then and only then do you tell that story. So that leads to the real marketing approach and what we call the No Bullshit Marketing Playbook. And the No Bullshit Marketing Playbook takes the right fit target audience, the right fit target markets as step number one. And there really are 6 right fit target markets that then you have to drill down to specifically for you. And those 6 are your current clients or customers. So you have to drill down into that and understand them better. I find time and again that companies don't understand the gold they have in the data about their current clients or customers. That's right fit target audience number 1. Right fit target audience number 2 is prospective clients or customers. And you have to drill that market down. Target market number 3 is current employees. Drill that market down and understand what current employees are thinking and feeling and why they want to work for you. Market number 4 is prospective employees. Be able to understand who they might be and what their wants and needs are. Number 5 is current raving fans, which are centers of influence, are referral sources who help bring you more business. And prospective raving fans, referral sources or centers of influence. So now you got those 6 right fit target markets. Then you move into segmentation. Step number 1 is still defining and drilling down those 6 right fit target markets. That segmentation, the obvious thing is demographics. People want to know the person's age, their income, things of that nature. Geographic segmentation. What part of the country or what country are they in? What country are they in? Within that country, what region? Geographics segmentation. Many people will even go into psychographic segmentation, which is lifestyles, personalities, what people want, mindsets that they have. But there are a couple others. The 4th one is behavioral segmentation. How often do they buy? When do they buy? What's the volume that they buy? What websites do they look at? What do they do with that website? What do they do on the app? Those are all behavioral segmentation. And the 5th one is firmographics, which is all the stuff you use for business to consumer, but for B2B, because business to business is different. Your demographics of business to business are quite different. You're not necessarily talking about the age or income, but you're talking about the title. You're talking about the position. You're talking about the process. Is there an in-house team, not an in-house team? So another piece of segmentation is firmographics. So step number 1 is defining those right fit target markets, the 6 business to everyone, the 6 target markets that everyone has to reach: current clients, prospective clients, current employees, prospective employees, current raving fans, referral sources, prospective raving fans, referral sources, centers of influence, and then use those segmentation tools that I just mentioned to drill down. So you've defined and drilled down those target audiences. Step 1 in what marketing really is. Step 2 in your No Bullshit Marketing Playbook is ask and listen and respond, and that is to systematically gather insights. Talk to those 6 target audiences. Listen. Observe those 6 target audiences. Listen. Drill down and understand those 6 target audiences and what their needs are. Survey them. Gather that information. Show them that you listened by tweaking the product, tweaking the offering, tweaking the price. Show them that you listened by telling them what they told you and how you changed and adapt. That's step 3, is adapt based on what you learn. The insights and the data drive you to adapt your product, your price, your place, your promotion. That is step 3. Step 4, now that you've adapted after listening to them, you can deliver it to them when and where they want it at that price they're willing to pay. Then comes step 5. Then and only then, promote the hell out of it. But it's step 5, and most people jump right to step 5. And that's the key, is you want to go through those other steps before you start trying to promote the hell out of it, so you have all the right fit target audiences defined. You have an understanding of what they want, think, and feel. You've then heard from them and you adapted your product, your price, your place, your promotion, your message, your story, so you can deliver it to them when and where they want it at a price they're willing to pay. And then tell them about it again and again. And the problem is, No Bullshit Marketing is all about making sure you followed all those steps instead of the noise that's out there when people skip any 1, 2, or 3, or 4 of those first 4 steps. That's when you get the bullshit, and that's the biggest marketing mistake that companies make. Marketing isn't just about telling. It's about understanding, developing, delivering, and then telling. If you skip the first steps, you're just contributing to the noise. You're contributing to the bullshit. Hey, if you like what you heard today, please share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you're ready to stop wasting time and money and you want to start making a real impact to drive revenue growth, let's talk. Go to masssolutions.biz or hit me up on LinkedIn. Until next time, remember, real marketing, no bullshit.
Bullshit.